Hello everybody. Now today it's gonna be a little bit different. So what I went ahead is I already recorded this video and it's gonna be from now on from all these Legend of Zelda videos if you guys want to see more. So right now I'm doing a voiceover and I'm gonna be kind of explaining how I'm processing. So yeah, today our character's gonna be named Lennox, our one true hero, the one that's gonna save us all. So let me explain why it's taking me forever, because so I want to do the Lennox heart thing, the greater sign, and then 3, but I figured out you can't do it, so I tried doing love with LVE, and it couldn't fit on there either, so I just went with Lennox. So what made me start wanting to do this? Well, I recently started playing Majora's Mask 3D for the 3DS. Now, I pre-ordered that game back in 2015. I was so excited. And I got it. The first day I got through the Snowhead boss. I struggled a little bit with the Pirate's Fortress, but hey, I got through. Then I got to Great Bay Temple. Oh, Great Bay Temple. Man. Then I stopped. I got so mad because the game just came out, and what I've heard is that the 3DS version is different from the Nintendo 64 version. And I was like, there's no walkthroughs when I'm really dumb when basically everything's the same. And yeah. I was like, I'll just wait a few years. 3 years go by. I was like, hey, might as well start doing this. Sorry, the audio from the game. But yeah. So I started playing it, and I looked up and it says, and I saw the boss fight for Majora's Mask, and I was like, oh, that looks really hard. So I was like, let's collect all the masks for Fierce Deity. Now there's one mask that kept me from playing it again. That was the Mask of Sense. I don't know why it's specifically that one, probably because of the race, but yeah, I'm getting off track. So then I stayed up like till 2 in the morning every night, and I finally beat it. Then I was like, wow, this was really hard. So yeah, I then proceeded to put it away for another 2 years. Up until now, I was like, hey, it's been a while, let me play it. I play it, I was like, this is really easy. And then I was like, but there's gonna be some masks, the Pirate's Fortress. I was dumb enough, I didn't realize that you could stun the guards. I do that and I get the stun mask, and it's easy from there. Same thing with the Mask of Sense. I didn't realize that you have to be regular Link, so I did all that stuff as Deku Link, except for the parts where you have to shoot the crystal and everything goes away. Other than that, I did everything as Deku Link, and I managed to get the mask. It took me an entire day of tries. But yeah, I did that, and I finally beat the game, and I was like, wow, that was really easy. I don't know why I was complaining. So then I go back and I look up, is it a good remake? And I heard that it's not. That they completely like nerfed the game, and that the Nintendo 64 version was harder. I was like, oh, might as well give that one a try. So yesterday, or this morning at 12:15 a.m., I beat Majora's Mask Nintendo 64 version. It took me 3 days to beat. I did a boss each day, except for yesterday I did Majora's Mask and Twin Mold, because I did Twin Mold on one cycle, and I was like, hey, I already have all the masks. I just needed the Giant's Mask, which I'd get from beating the dungeon. I was like, might as well redo Majora. I do it. I beat the game. The moon was a lot harder. And yeah. So then I was like, and I was like, I wanna play this game. And I've played Ocarina of Time. I have it for the 3DS. And I've played it so many times. I'm working on the Master Quest right now. But when I was playing Majora's Mask, the frame rate would not go above 15, and it was constantly dropping down to. I had to do the Goron race in 8 frames per second. It was really stressful. I don't know why. It was just so low, but it just was. So yeah. Yeah, one thing I always hate is aiming anything with the controller. So that's one thing I hated in Majora's Mask. But when I was playing this game, the game's actually a lot better when it comes to frame rate. So sorry for getting off track. So let's continue on with the game. So yeah, just let me know what other types of Zelda games, and I'm gonna play this game casually. I will go over all the text dialogue, but I'm not gonna go on my way to talk to everyone. But yeah, what I like about the aiming, the reason why I prefer to play these games in the 3DS, one, it's because it's portable and I don't have to set up a console, and two, the aiming. Oh, the aiming's so much fun. Like, I don't even have to aim, I just move the 3DS. So yeah, here I proceed to try picking up the grass because I think I could pick it up and get the rupees for the shield. And in this episode, we're going to be going over the first dungeon. And this will be like a semi-walkthrough, but like, it's not a good walkthrough because I'm not 100% completing. Yeah. So I'm just talking to this guy, seeing if I have to activate him or not. And no, I don't. I actually really want to try Ocarina of Time randomizer, but I can't manage to set one up. Or I at least tried to, but ways that you set it up is just like super sketchy. And so yeah, I know you have to get the Kokiri sword, so I come here. I enter. I try turning left and right, and I realize it doesn't work. Yeah. I remember looking at Majora's Mask, and I really want to like record for the 3DS because I have other games for the 3DS. So here I get the Kokiri sword. I was very surprised because there are no boulders. And yeah, going back to the Majora's Mask topic, it was so much fun. The game is honestly so much. It really is so much fun. Sometimes I rush through this a little bit in the playthrough because I'm thinking I have the time limit. So yeah, I'm getting off topic, I'm sorry. So back to my Ocarina of Time. When I first got the sword, it looked like a sword in Majora's Mask, but here it looks like a dagger. I was like, did Link pull out a sword or a dagger? And so I have that forever in my head, and it's not really a sword to me. The other day, well, not the other day, yesterday I was playing Majora's Mask. I was on a break just messing around, and I figured out how to get the infinite sword glitch. Well, it's really easy, I just never tried. And I actually started the bomb hover, and I was like, maybe I should start learning how to speedrun, but like some of the speedruns are like frame perfect, and I'm not really good at those. So here I'm just gathering rupees, and I'm testing out the controls. Gathering rupees for the shield, I don't know how much it is, and I just want to gather a lot before I go into the thing. So I know there's a house with like a lot of chests to get rupees, and I'm just looking around. I don't know I don't think this one has Master Quest. So, what really kicked off playing, like, I'm on Legend of Zelda 3 right now, I'm playing all of them. I need to beat all of them, I still need to beat the first one. Basically all the 2D ones I need to beat, I'm playing Link to the Past on my Nintendo Switch right now. Yeah. Let's see, Legend of Zelda I spent the most amount of hours in would be definitely Breath of the Wild first, second I think Twilight Princess. So I'm really close to beating Twilight Princess. I just need to go to Hyrule Castle, which I'm at right now, and finish the dungeon. But yeah, I'm also started playing Wind Waker recently. For some reason, I don't know why, that one hasn't. The first time I started playing it was like a few days ago. I don't know why that one hasn't really grabbed my attention like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask does. Best part, I think what's good out of doing these voiceovers is, I lost my train of thought, is that when I get stumped, you don't hear all the screaming or complaining. It's just chill commentary from here. Now, if you guys want, I can also bring in a second commentary if you want, and we can just talk back and forth. And just talk about what's going on. So here, I was like, you know what, whatever, I'm just gonna go ahead and go to the store. I'm not really, while I was playing this, I'm not really paying attention to the dialogue because I played this game multiple times. But I do go through some characters to at least let some people who haven't seen this game yet experience it. So here, I didn't know. I was like, might as well go into the shop and see how much the shield is, because in my mind, for some reason, I thought it was 80 rupees. But I just happened to get 40, like, on the dot, and I walk in, I'm like, oh, it's 40 rupees. Yeah. So she's just going over it. The only Zelda game I don't have access to right now, or that I don't own, is A Link Between Worlds. Yeah. So I didn't. What made me want to go on this Zelda playing spree is I just beat Skyward Sword. Like, I pulled up my Wii. Me and my brother played it. Like, that Wii, the last save file on it was 2013, I think. And the last time it was played. No, I'm thinking of Twilight Princess. Yes, it was last touched in 2013. And every time me and my brother were playing it, this was during spring break this year. And they always talk about a dormant monster or something like that, or a sleeping beast. Oh, and here, I know there's a way to do a back walk. And I tried doing it, seeing if I could skip this. I don't know why, because I'm not really speedrunning. I was just testing it out. Yeah, I try to get by them. But yeah, other than that, okay, so I was playing with my brother would always comment, sleeping dormant giant. That's kind of like what you did with this Wii. This game has been sleeping for so long. Finally booted up. And so yeah, it took me about 36 hours. One thing I really hate was what was it, the trials? As soon as I beat the third one, I was like, yes, oh my lord, I did it. And then I was so happy because I was like, yes, I can finally beat the game. And yes, and then I finally get to the final one after you get all the song pieces from the dragon. And then it was like, you have to do one more in Skyloft. I'm like, should be easy because it's in Skyloft. It's a pretty small place. Boy, was I wrong. Oh, that was super stressful. I was sweating. I had to turn on a bunch of fans by the end of that. My heart was pounding. And so then I beat it. And then right before the final boss fight with Demise, I walk up. I was like, hey, there's a chest I never got in here. I had one bottle the entire playthrough. In my entire 36 hours, my brother was like, you know, you can easily get a second bottle, but I'm not telling you. And the last 30 minutes I was playing that game before I beat it, I find the second bottle that you're supposed to get within the first hour playing the game. So I finally get it, and it's useless because, well, I do fill it up with a potion, then I go beat Demise. Then Twilight Princess. I booted it up, and it says the oldest save file in there was done by my other brother, who 100% completed, and it was last touched. He didn't 100% complete it, because he stopped at the 50 level 4, and he gave up, because he was like, it's just way too hard. And I was last done in 2010. Last time I played it was 2017. I then, again, I started playing it. I beat Zant because I stopped playing it because this was back when I was bad at games. I picked it up, and I remember when I first played that game, I started playing it, and then I got so frustrated at the beginning part when you first turn into Wolf Link and you have to get out of the Dark Hyrule Castle. I don't know why I couldn't get it past it, but I just stopped. And I quit playing the game for like, what, 10 years? No, for 7 years. I pick it back up, I get all the way to Zant, and yeah, I'm playing it on an old box TV. And so right here, yeah, I'm hardly gonna be editing parts out of this video. So right now, I'm about to enter. I'm getting ready, checking the time on the video, making sure that it doesn't go over 45 minutes, because if so, I would have to do a second part. And also, I think what also happened, I think I got called out to do something, but that doesn't matter. I was getting water. So yeah, where was I? So I went back to playing Twilight Princess just after I beat Skyward Sword. 36 hours of the Skyward Sword controls, and they're like kind of inverted. Like you push B to shoot things on Twilight Princess, but you push B to go back, but you push A to go back on Twilight Princess. You push B to go back on Skyward Sword, and A to shoot. I don't know, it's something ridiculous like that. I went back and checked my playtime on Majora's Mask on my 3DS. It said last time, or first time I played, was April, it was February 2nd, 2015. And I was thinking about it, I was like, wait a minute, this game came out on April 15th, I think, 2015. And I was like, how did I first play this game before it came out? And I go back and I check my the date in my calendar on my 3DS, and it was set to 2010. I think like a few years before the 3DS came out. I'm like, wow. So I finally have it set to the correct date. The days were mixed up. The hours was like an hour off. For some reason the minutes were like 10 minutes off, or like 9 minutes off. And I think it's because of like the 365.3 days a year, except for leap years. So yeah. So one thing I kind of like is the aiming, for some reason, is a lot better than Majora's Mask. And yeah. So I also kind of wanted to, I haven't looked up anything about Ocarina of Time. I was watching videos if it was a good remake. I didn't really finish watching it, I wasn't paying attention. So I don't know if there's anything different in Ocarina of Time, the original, and the 3DS remake. When I first put Majora's Mask as a 3DS, I've already said that. And it's really easy. Well, now it's really easy and it's really fun. I'm working on 100% completing that right now, but I'm taking a break because I played it 24/7 and the Nintendo 64 version. So I went back to play 3 days ago I started playing the Majora's Mask Nintendo 64 version. And man, was a lot of things different. One thing I really liked was that in the Nintendo 64 version was the acceleration of the Deku scrub. You get past the swamp really fast. One thing I didn't like was the low frame rate. Like, oh my lord. I don't know why that game. I think in Majora's Mask, everything's loaded onto one plane. Of like, I don't know. But I do know that, because in speedruns, I've been informed that all grottos are on the same plane. They're separated from the main world. And all Great Fairy areas are on the same plane, different from grottos in the main world. And I think Ocarina of Time just are like on all separate planes, so that could be why it's running faster. But I know I think everything is on the same plane. Because in like speed runs, I know you can like exit out of Clock Town when you first start and you haven't gotten your ocarina yet. I know you can get past the guards and like you're into the main world already, even past that loading zone. So I think everything on Majora's Mask is on the same plane. I think they did. That's the reason why in the 1 year cycle, in order to get out fast, instead of making separate planes, it's just at 3: main world, grottos, and Great Fairies. Yeah. Oh wow. One thing I don't like Majora's Mask that much about is how few temples there are. Like you only get 4 heart containers. One thing is Aldala was superly nerfed in the 3DS remake. And when I first started playing him in the 64 version, I'm like, oh my lord. Luckily I had a bottle and I had 3 fairies. I didn't use them, but like I still managed to get them. No, I already had 1 heart. Because I like to get in that game I like to get at least 1 extra heart before I fight the boss. And yeah. And so he was actually hard. He was really nerfed in the 3DS version. Got GOAT or whatever. What was different? Whenever he shoots the laser beams, they actually lock on the Link and they actually hit him, while in the 3DS I could just easily dodge it. There's no giant ice spot, so like I have to beat the crap out of him. I don't have to aim at a certain spot. What is nice, the Zora swimming, I don't have to use magic in order to swim fast. However, it does get annoying when I'm trying to go up spots. And like the Georg fight, I know it's gonna be completely different because I know that they added a second part in the 3DS. But like, it was so annoying, especially when I can't aim that well. And like, I know I don't want to use the ice arrows to make platforms. So, he literally, because Link is so slow pulling at the edges, he would just come up behind me and bite me. Like, he does like 3 hearts damage, and so I had like 5 fairies, and like I used them all up, and I survived with 1 heart left. I was using a total of 8 hearts, or 9 hearts. And that was the only temple in that game, in the 64 version, I collected all the stray fairies in. So I could get double defense. Twin mold fight, it was a lot easier. Especially since the magic in the 64 version does not get used up as fast as it does in 3DS. So I'm blocking and like very cautious when I fight these ultra here. Because every time I encounter them in the Majora's Mask, they're so annoying. They would always hit you whenever they came down. One big difference I noticed right away is when you fall, you can roll and you don't take damage. In the 3DS version, that's completely missing. No matter how much you try, you can't get it. Yeah. Some reasons why we're hesitant. I'm always hesitant whenever I play Ocarina of Time, or Majora's Mask is the stealth parts. I mean, yes, they're easy, but I always hate any stealth missions in any action game. Like, I'm talking about like hardcore action games like Legend of Zelda. And I'm talking about also kind of like Assassin's Creed. There's always that eavesdropping missions. And I was so mad, like, why? Like, you have these fighting games or like main action games and you choose to put stealth in them. I think a good example on how dumb this would be is like, think of a game like Doom. I haven't played it completely, but like Doom is like a lot of brutality when it comes to fighting, like a lot of kind of Mortal Kombat style, Kokiri, that's what I'm thinking of. Hopefully that's the word I'm thinking of. But like, it'd be like adding a stealth mission in that game. Yeah, I was so mad. Oh, frame stutters. I kind of want to record Breath of the Wild, but I don't know how to. And like, I hear people like capture cards. I don't know what that is. Is that like a? I know the 3DS has like a micro SD card slot, whatever. Like, is that what you put it in? If so, I'm like, how much are those? I should probably put some research into that. I might upload some. But yeah, I should. I haven't beaten a single 2D Zelda. Speaking of 2D Zelda, I have to beat Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass. I haven't started Phantom Hourglass, but I got pretty far in Spirit Tracks. But I stopped playing it because I just... The reason why I'm really interested in Spirit Tracks is this to deal with trains, I don't know why. But like, I stopped playing it because... like, it uses a lot more interaction with the bottom screen. Like, you have to draw everywhere, and like, you have to use the stylus in order to change weapons, and that's really annoying. There's nothing set to a button. It's all... Oh, God, that lag. It's all done with the stylus, and I just didn't really like it. That's why I really like the Majora's Mask. And, Ocarina of Time, I'm sorry, I'm losing my thoughts. So, yeah. What are we doing here? Oh, we're getting... Are we getting close? To be getting to the boss? But let me know if you guys want to see me play Majora's Mask again. I mean, and I can collect all the masks if you guys want me to, and I cannot. I can also live stream it. It's a really good live streaming game. But I have to figure that out. I think I come over here and I pulled this block down. I'm like, should I collect the Skulltula? And I was like, oh, I missed one right there. I didn't see that one when I was actually playing the one on the vines over there. I didn't see it, but I heard it. Oh my lord. Wow. How do you know? Okay. I forgot what I was talking about. I'm sorry if I'm talking about a lot about Majora's Mask. Majora's Mask is my favorite Zelda game. My second... I haven't played Breath of the Wild in a long time. I should probably play that again. Yeah, it's... I hate to say it, but Ocarina of Time is not my second favorite one. It's more my third, and second would be... Let's see... Twilight Princess and Breath of the Wild. They're kind of tied for second. But third is Ocarina of Time. Fourth would be Link to the Past, even though I have to complete it. And I tried playing Triforce Heroes. I beat the game. But like... I did it single player and it was really hard, especially in the final boss. I was like, yeah, no, you could get like 3 skips, but you like sacrifice collecting items. So what I did is I beat the first level, then I just skipped the boss, the next 3 levels. There's 4 stages. Beat the first one, and I just skipped the next 3. And that's how I beat the game. But yes, it's a pity way to do it. But it's just really hard. I'm debating. I have an NES. And I want to play I also have the cartridge for it on the DS, but for Legend of Zelda, the first one. Want to play it on the NES, but like the NES, the saving stuff on it's like really hard, and like someone got pretty far on that cartridge, and like one wrong thing and all your progress is gone. And so I was like, nah, I'll just stick to oh, here we go. This boss fight was so bad. I'll just stick to the Virtual Console and the Nintendo Switch. I actually like Skyward Sword. The story was there mainly because it's an origin story-ish. But like, and also like, I think that's also like kind of the birth of the Master Sword. Every Master Sword existed. Fee has to be in there somewhere deep. I also played Hyrule Warriors, which is really fun. So here I'm like dumb, and I think that you just have to shoot the eye whenever you want. And so I do that, and then I just start getting up really close, and start shooting randomly, and then I lose all of my health. And so I look around, I'm like, oh yes, plants. Pumpkin yards, no, it's Deku nuts. I do it again. Another one, I'm like, nope. So I'm like, oh, whatever. I was like, I'll try beating the boss this one. If I die, I die. And so I was like, oh, you have to shoot when it's up there. No. So I know these can be a pain, so I go and do it. And I get hit another time when Goma steps on me. So I'm like, I have to shoot the eye. Let me shoot the eye. Trying to figure it out. And yeah, I tried doing a jump slash, but I completely missed. And so I'm like, oh, I have to shoot it. And Goma's up there. And so I tried shooting it a bunch of times. It doesn't work. What I like the 3DS version is it has the boss replayability. It's really fun. It's a time record. And so I'm waiting here and I get stomped on. I'm like, great. So then this is where I actually learned to play the beginning part of it. One thing that's really annoying is the Z targeting, especially when you're trying to adjust the camera because you can't control the camera. Oh, I got hurt. When you're trying to look around or aim something, but there's just enemies close by, and Navi or Tattle just locks onto them. That way you're trying to get to a certain enemy, lock on so you can get it. And I had a bunch of problems with that with the mini boss for Great Bay Temple. Because I just try to attack the eye, so I don't have to aim with the controller. And it just was not blocking the eye. I was locking onto the puzzle. So yeah, we're Goma defeated. Next up, I'll be making my way to Hyrule Castle. The Princess Zelda. And I have to do that stupid stealth section. It's not stupid, it's really easy. I just really hate stealth games. It's one of the reasons why I haven't been able to complete episode 2 of Burial at Sea on BioShock Infinite. I tried playing it with my brother when he was here, and I was not able to do it. I'm so bad at stealth games. My brother agrees with me. He's like, if you're given the option to go in there guns a-blazing or stealth, He's like, you know, I'm choosing Guns A-Blazing because that's so much less stressful. And like, I'm pretty sure you get rewards for doing it too. Oh yeah, speaking of rewards, I recently just 100% completed Bioshock. It went from my playtime on Steam from 12 hours to 34. I'm done. Once I completed everything, got all the audio logs, I go online for quick ways to do it, and it says everything can be done with one playthrough. And me being the way I am, for each one that requires me to like do something like save Sandra Conan or like get all the audio logs or like beat the game on hardest difficulty with melee only, I've restarted the entire playthrough each time for one of those achievements. And man, when I beat the DLC, it was so much fun. And also, if you guys are enjoying me just rambling on about stuff, let me know and I can keep it up. But if not, you guys can tell me if I should just continue reading the game text and talking about me playing the games. If not, and if you guys want that, or you guys want me to just ramble on about nonsense like I am. This is the first episode, this pilot episode. Also doing this also gives me a chance to look at how bad I play this game. There's some games I 100% completed, or like I started my progress over in Bioshock and I tried doing a completion by a guide. I do it and it's a lot less fun. It's a lot more fun if you do 100% complete and you do it all by yourself. Unless you're like really stumped or you're just shooting up in progress. But yeah, I really want to do a randomizer, but I have to figure out how to do one. I don't know if it's like a mod or if you have to do it by emulation. I think you have to do it by emulation because there's no way to get it on the actual console. Also, it makes sense too when you have that checklist. So I'll try doing that. If it is by emulation, then I can probably stream it. If not, I'll just record it. And I might also look into getting capture cards for my 3DS, so I can also record videos of that one if you guys want, and instead of like doing full playthroughs like this, I could do just major parts of the story, or like important parts like me getting masks and me going through story elements instead of me just going around collecting rupees. But like, when I say mask, I mean ones that I need in order to progress in the game. Like stuff like, what is it? The one you get from the Gorman Brothers from, I think it's from racing. That one you need in order to go into Iconic Valley. What else? The Gyptos mask, Giant's mask. The Mask of Truth. No, it's not really story oriented, but I'm gonna be showing me getting masks I use that. So like, I'm gonna be getting show me getting the bomb mask, the bunny hood, stone masks. That I use those all the time. But like, if I get, actually, I'll just probably just show all the masks. If I get something that like, I don't know, you guys let me know. And I can maybe, after all those are done recording, do a side-by-side like comparison maybe. I don't know. So from this moment on, I just go around messing with the menu. Yeah, and this just gives me time to talk about whatever I want. while I just do a bunch of nonsense. So yeah, this is my Ocarina of Time playthrough. If you guys enjoy it, let me know if I should continue doing this, because I have a lot of fun playing Nintendo games, especially Legend of Zelda. These JPEGs of Link are like, I'm sorry, Linux is his name, just look really weird. But yeah, just let me know in the comments and I can continue. My name is the Cluckwad, and I'll see you guys next time.